Any idea what it is about him that makes him so electric, just so good?
The guy is smart, and he takes time studying the game, and he wants to do more. He spent a lot of time. I always say this story. My son, when my last year there, my son spent 20 minutes just throwing the ball back and forth with him. Most quarterbacks is how you doing, have a good day, and keep moving. And this kid was there throwing the ball for 20 minutes with Ty, and I was amazed. I'm like, this is natural because he's not trying to prove anything. It's just in him. So, but as far as he knows what he's doing, his dad, he comes from a background for throwing. His dad being a baseball player, so I think it's just natural in him.
That's great. Had you ever seen anything like that in your career? Like a starting quarterback to, spend that much time with one of his teammates' kids, and I'm sure that meant the world to your son.
Ty's not gonna appreciate it now, but when he gets older, he's gonna realize what happened to him. No, I don't think I've been around anyone like that. Most people are professional. They say hi to the children and keep moving. But for some reason, Patrick just stayed there and threw the ball and threw the ball and threw the ball, and I'm like, wow, that's different. That's not typical. And but it shows. It shows on the field. He's just having fun and he's enjoying his time.
What do you think, first of all, when you hear people say that Andy can't win the big game?
Well, then they don't know football, so I can understand that. And coach is a brilliant coach, and if he wanted to win 10 Super Bowls, he could win those things. I just feel like he's there to help players, and there's not a lot of players that's going to talk negatively about coach. But I think this game, being that it's on his radar, he would do whatever it takes to make sure he gets this one. He's won a couple of Super Bowls with other teams, and he was the coordinator. So let's not say he can win Super Bowls. It's just he needs to get it on his resume as a head coach. So I agree. I think it's huge for coach because just to calm the noise, and say, I can do this. I've done it for a little bit of time, and let's just stop this talk about I can't do this. I can't do this. But I believe Andy will go in and do what he needs to do to win this game.
If he does get the win and finally does get that Super Bowl, where does he stand all time, Tamba? Because everything else is just tremendous in Coach Reid's, kind of his past. If he does win the Super Bowl, is this guy then to be considered one of the greatest coaches of all time?
Yeah, I don't know too much history when it comes to the NFL with quarterbacks, coaches, and I know there's been some phenomenal quarter coaches.
Yes.
I keep saying I'm thinking quarterbacks, but coaches. But Andy Reid, from the time I've paid attention to the football, has really represented the league well. So getting this win obviously will make him one of the greatest coaches of all time, at least in the top five. Because I know we had the guys that came before did some tremendous thing, but at least top five in all time coaching.